Before being buried,
Damn.
the townsfolk had Hans's beard gently removed and chemically.
Bro, why would they stare it off? What the fuck?
Oh,
That was his
no.
beard.
Look at his face.
Why did you do that? Yo, what's up, honkers? Today, me and Ozzy are going to be reacting to the silliest deaths in history by Chat History. He has some stuff in here that is really funny, but also kind of morbid. So let me know if you guys like this type of stuff. I want to do more like history-based stuff, and just learning about stuff in general is very interesting for me. I hope you guys do like it too. Anyways, today's secret word is dead. If you comment the secret word in the comments down below, I will give your comment a heart. Alright, let's get right into today's video. Shrimp Town.
Shrimp Town.
Anyway, this is the silliest deaths in history by Chat History. I hope that y'all really like this, because I've seen some of his older stuff, and it's really good. Azu is like, I don't know if I'll like this, because it's people dying and stuff.
So many dumb ways to
But it's
die.
interesting. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, you ready, Azu?
I'm ready!
The silliest deaths in history.
Hans,
Sometimes it's your own pride that.
No, we are not finishing this. I need to pronounce this man's name. Hans Stein. I'm scared to actually say this. Okay, let's move.
Oh, say it, Jerry.
I'm good.
Keep your word.
I don't. Fuck you. Yeah, frick you.
Frick you.
Sometimes it's your own pride that can get the best of you. This is Hans Steininger, and this is his
Steininger.
beard.
Oh,
I told you.
Here, look at.
Oh, that's a lot easier to say. When did you say it? I didn't hear it. Please don't edit yourself out of the video again.
I'm gone.
Bit, Jerry.
I'm already
No.
gone.
I committed. I did it. I did it. I wanted it.
Like the wisest wizard in the world, Hans was a public spectacle in the
long
16th
beard.
century.
That
and
is,
also
I love
a
it.
well-respected politician. Cause, I mean, come on, who are you gonna vote for? Majestic and marvelous beard boy Hans, or the lame and lackluster clean-shaven Franz?
But I mean, he has
Exactly.
He's mogging him, though.
Simultaneously
did
providing
be
affordable
mogging.
healthcare and housing for all. All right, but where's your beard?
Hang on, you can't really see
don't
his
have
mog
one.
game under all that facial hair.
Yeah.
But behind
guy
that big
stinks.
bushel of bristles beats a kind heart, one that legitimately cared for his town and its
Oh,
people.
okay.
So much so that Hans was
That's
elected
nice.
as mayor for 6 consecutive terms for the town of Braunau am Inn,
Wow.
a town that resides on the border between modern-day Austria and Germany.
Brow now.
It's also
Braunau.
the birthplace of another famous facial hair haver, albeit
Oh.
far less loved by history.
Oh.
But that's another
His
story.
facial hair's not as good.
Measuring in at over 4.5 feet in length, Hans's big-ass beard was his defining feature and was certainly a testament to his patience and care in many aspects in his life. If you can brush your beard, you can untangle legislative issues. If you
True.
can oil up your whiskers, you can lubricate the political machine. So it goes without saying
Right.
that cosmetology and political science are of equal value. At least
Everybody
from
with
a
facial
college degree
hair.
standpoint. However, Hans's biggest asset would be his downfall.
Wait.
Quite literally.
Wait,
On
how would
September
it?
28th, 15...
Did he trip over his own beard and die from falling?
I'm assuming either that happened, or, you know, be even crazier, it got tied up and tangled inside of like a carriage, and the carriage just kept going.
Oh, that would suck. But he said it was his downfall literally. So I assume he fell.
Well, maybe he like tripped going down the stairs or something.
1967, a fire broke out in the town, which was a much bigger threat back then than it is today. Since the extent of firefighting tactics were just pathetic pails of water, a single small fire could reduce your whole town to cinders real quick.
I bet.
Hans, who usually tucked his beloved beard into a leather pouch for safekeeping and uninhibited travel, let
Right.
his lusciously long locks whimsically whip in the wind as he ran to help with the fire. Scuttling down some stairs in a panic, Hans had accidentally
Oh,
slammed
no.
a piggy right on his
I
own facial pubes,
called
causing
it.
him to slip and trip down the entire staircase.
Oh,
Oh,
No, not true. No, oh, the walls. Oh, the
He
walls.
snaps his neck,
Oh, it's so
and the
gruesome.
town
Why did they
is
put so many
devastated.
walls in?
Not by the fire, but by the loss of their beloved mayor. Before being buried,
Damn.
the townsfolk had Hans's beard gently removed and chemically
Bro, why would they stare it off? What the fuck?
Oh,
That was his
no.
beard.
Look at his face.
Why did you do that? It is now our beard.
preserved, immortalizing his legacy.
Just
The
fly
forever
it
facial
from the
hair is
clock
still on
tower.
display.
Oh,
in the
there it
museum
is.
in
There
the
it
town
is.
today. You know his ghost. is
Damn,
pissed,
that's
though.
long.
That's insane.
Ever have an extreme case of the sleepy
Dude,
ha-has?
imagine-
Where you find anything and everything to be
No,
complete
I'm not gonna
comedic
finish that
gold to the
sentence.
point of not being able to.
What were you gonna say?
It had something to do with how your model is right now. Don't worry about it.
Were you gonna say? Imagine if Jerry's booba just like fucking were like giant hanging grandma titties, and like I trip on them going down the stairs or something. Is that what you're about to say? What?
And then after you die, they cut them off and put them in a museum. Yeah.
Ghost is pissed though.
I bet his ghost is pissed.
Ever have an extreme case of the sleepy ha-has where you find anything and everything to be complete comedic gold to the point of
Yes.
not being able to even breathe? Now try to imagine this soggy scoop of Cheerios doing that. This
Oh.
is Chrysippus, a rather influential
Chrysippus.
Greek Stoic philosopher in the 3rd century BC.
Did he
In
die
case
that
from
one
who's that
painter
corner
that
of
cut his ear
YouTube,
off?
Stoicism is the
He
philosophy
does.
that you only ever need to focus on what you can control in your life. Anything reasonably outside of that control, Hakunas Matatis, not my problemas. Which is a pretty solid philosophy,
That's a
especially in this
good
age of doom
philosophy
and
to
gloom
have.
social media designed to make you perpetually paranoid and pissed
Uh-huh.
off. Chrysippus was also a huge proponent of
Why the
logical
hairy
reasoning,
nipple, dude?
having created an original system of
Nipple
propositional
Haley.
logic, stuff like if, then, and or statements that we use to describe the world around us today. For example, if you are not subscribed to this channel, then you're dead to me. Simple logic.
But then you didn't.
Fuck. Shit, I'm dead.
Jerry, fix it. Fix it.
Logic. The basic idea is that any and all things happen for a reason. Well, I'm sure Chrysippus would have a hard time understanding the logic and reasoning surrounding his rather untimely death. According to legend, Chrysippus, at the fermented old age of
Fucking
73,
RuneScape.
got trashed at a feast. In his slizzard state, he had stumbled upon a donkey who was munching on some figs. Registering at least a 6.9 on the ancient Greek comedy scale, the masticating mule was a hilarious sight to behold, prompting Chrysippus to exclaim, quote, give the donkey some pure wine to wash down the figs.
Give the
This added
donkey
punch
Give it
sent
to
the
the
law of
donkey.
logic over the edge. Chrysippus reportedly hurled himself into a fit of laughter so intense that he had collapsed, foaming at the
Oh,
Oh
mouth.
God.
Despite some nearby partygoers attempting to help him, he had knocked himself dead with his own joke.
That's sad.
That's fucked up. You die from laughing too hard at your own joke, not someone else's. Your own joke.
I felt like I was on the brink of death sometimes when I laughed. You can confirm this, Jerry.
Yeah, where you're like, I'm gonna pee. One of the times that Ozzy almost died was whenever I like jiggled a peanut in front of his fucking face.
I was dying.
He was dying, and I think we recorded that video at like 2 a.m. Why is there a floating nut by my face? What are you talking about? There is a. Why is there a floating peanut? Ozu, what did you do? Why is this here? Why is this here? Look at it. Why is this here? Get the fuck out of here.
I am not sorry.
Are there peanuts on my fucking head? When did you put these here? Answer me,
You're
Ozu.
so unobservant.
Answer me. When did you put these there? When did you put these there? Dickhead.
In the video we were watching, someone talked about throwing peanuts at people. And so I stuck a PNG of a peanut to Jerry's head, and it took him several minutes to notice, but when he did, he pulled it off his head and was wiggling it in front of us saying, "Where did the peanut come from? Where did it come from?" And it just, for some reason, was the funniest thing I had seen all day. It sent me over the edge. I couldn't breathe. I was doubled over laughing.
Attempting to help him, he had knocked himself dead with his own joke. But the question
Okay.
is, can you actually die from laughter?
Oh yeah,
Great.
100%.
It's rare, but medically possible. If you laugh your ass off to the point of it being an uncontrollable fit, that actually puts a lot of stress on your heart. So if you have a weak
Oh, wow.
heart, you're probably going to
I
exacerbate
thought it was
some
from
underlying
lack of
conditions,
oxygen.
leading to a heart
Yeah.
attack.
No.
You also have the possibility of losing consciousness if you laugh yourself out of breath for long enough. But you have to hear or see something exceptionally funny for that to happen, so
I
don't
see.
worry. You're safe here. Now, of course, this recounts of
Oh,
events
damn. Did he just call himself not funny?
is debated by historians. The guy who documented this particular death was ancient Greek biographer Diogenes Laertius, who lived a few hundred years
Diogenes.
after Chrysippus' death. So he was
Laertius.
far from an eyewitness. Diogenes nuts! On top of that, he also wrote an alternative, more mundane
Man
account of the
succumbs to
comical
drinking
death,
problem.
simply writing that Chrysippus died of alcohol poisoning after drinking too much undiluted wine. But
Oh,
he
how
needed
did
to
we
spice
find
some
out
things
about it
up for
then?
his readers. If there was ever proof that the universe has a cruel sense of humor, then it's the curious case of American lawyer and politician Clement Vallandigham. Howdy.
I have never
Though
heard
he
of this man.
resided in the Union State of Ohio during the mid-1800s, Clement was adamantly against the Civil War, calling it, quote, a
Okay.
wicked, cruel, and unnecessary war,
Azu
which is
just
fine,
did that
but
because
being
he
a member
missed nutting Jerry's face.
Bruh. What did you mean by that? It was talking about a peanut. Not nutting. A peanut.
Peanuts aren't even nuts, they're legumes.
quote, a wicked, cruel, and unnecessary war, which is fine, but being a member
War
of the
is
Copperhead
unnecessary.
faction of the anti-war Democrats, Clement was a very
A lot of
vocal
times it
Confederate
is.
sympathizer, speaking out against President Lincoln and
Wait,
the
what?
abolition of slavery, to which Lincoln
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot the Democrats were the people that wanted slavery, and the Republicans were like, no.
was all and sent him to the South to live amongst his Confederate companions in 1863. Clement, who was clearly not about that life, snuck aboard a ship and shipped himself off to Canada before sneaking back to his home state of Ohio to perform rather inconsequential political mumbo-jumbo for the next few years. But after the war was over, Clement attempted to run on political platforms while still advocating for slavery. However, he suddenly switched his views with the Democratic New Departure policy of 1865, which basically 180'd the Democratic Party's stance on slavery once they realized that it fell out of favor in the public's eye.
I see. Like any politician, soon as it's illegal, they're like, oh, it's bad. I never supported that. What are you talking about? And that makes sense.
So, being branded as a no-good slavery supporter for life meant the figurative death of his political career. Instead, he
Yeah.
turned to a career in law, which would soon lead to his literal death.
Oh,
On June 17,
what happened?
1871, Vallandigham met his demise while defending his client, Thomas McGeehan, a young fella accused of shooting and killing one Tommy Myers. Clement claimed that
frick.
Myers had, in fact, not been murdered, but accidentally shot himself with his own gun while getting up to stand. Clement
Good job.
That could happen, but also, that's really hard to prove. Ha!
vowed that he could demonstrate this before the court,
Please.
proving McGeehan's innocence.
Me too.
And so he did.
Please, thank
Now,
you.
when reenacting a scene that results in someone accidentally blowing a hole through their own tummy, you want to make sure that you have safety measures in place that would physically prevent you from doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Right.
would be
Didn't
nice,
do that.
wouldn't it?
Instead, he had mistakenly used a loaded pistol. While demonstrating the scene as Myers,
Good job,
Clement
stupid.
attempted to draw the seemingly harmless firearm from his coat pocket as he stood up. And he blew a hole through his own tummy.
Well, I mean,
That's unfortunate.
I wonder if the guy got off scot-free because of that. He's like, it's possible. You can do it. He did it. Best defense ever.
Just like Myers. Clement Vallandigham died just 12 hours later
Told
from
you
his
so.
injuries.
That's crazy.
Not guilty. McGeehan was acquitted. and was a
Yay,
free man.
freedom!
Until he was murdered a few years later, that is.
Oh, he got murdered? What the fuck? What the hell?
Dang.
You can
Unfortunate.
tempt death all you like, but eventually, he's gonna get what's his. That's what big old Bobby
Steve
Leech found out
Harvey.
in 1926. Born in itty-bitty Britain,
Aw.
England in 1858, Leech grew up to be quite the daredevil. Unfortunately,
Wait, what?
most of Bobby's early life is lost to time, completely shrouded in mystery.
Oh,
We do
okay.
know that around the 1880s, he had left boring old England for a more exhilarating life in the States.
America,
Apparently
baby.
an excellent swimmer, Leech eventually landed a gig as a professional high diver with the greatest
Wow.
show on earth, the Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Ah, why you gonna send me to Jesus? Why?
Considering the theme of the video.
Yeah. I mean, he is going to be sent to Jesus eventually. But if he was a high diver, did he die from doing this? I don't think that's the case.
Every man is destined to die once, and in the judgment.
Did a gig as a professional high diver with the greatest show on earth, the Barnum and Bailey
We wiggle.
Circus. There, he performed daringly dangerous feats in front of thousands of eager onlookers.
Nice.
This had quenched the adrenaline thirst
Nailed it.
void in his life for a while, but eventually he retired from this circus life at the age
Oh,
of 50
damn.
in order to extend his life expectancy a bit. But that logic was tossed aside
About
rather
that.
quickly, as in the early 1900s,
What'd he do?
Bobby decided to settle down as a humble businessman at Niagara Falls.
Brother, what?
That's a proper woeful, isn't it?
That's
Initially
a
content
pretty
with just
goddamn
opening a
woeful.
restaurant, Leech noticed the ever-increasing tourists flocking from afar to see a bunch of water spill
Yes.
over a cliff. So, this gave him an idea.
Yeet!
The Daredevil was back. Between 1906 and 1911,
Hell yeah.
Leech performed various stunts around the falls, including parachuting from the nearby Honeymoon Bridge to the
Brother
river
White.
below.
Oh, wow.
Over the years, Leech continued to push the envelope.
Parachuting
coming
at
up with
that
more and more
time?
dangerous stunts
Goddamn,
to
whenever he was
draw
like
larger and
50-something years
larger
old?
crowds. Eventually, he faced his biggest challenge, the falls themselves. And on July
What?
25th, 1911, entombed in a customized giant metal barrel, Leech
I've heard
took
about
the
this.
plunge.
I've heard about people going
And
down in a
survived.
barrel and like
Sure,
He
Bobby
lived!
crushed his forehead, broken his jaw, and all of his kneecaps. but he
Oh
was still
my
kicking.
God.
Bobby Leech
But
became
he
the second
survived.
person to survive the trip, right behind 63-year-old Annie Taylor.
Yeah, there's the
After
barrel.
recovering in the
Yeah.
hospital for several
She
months,
went down in a wooden
Leech
barrel.
became a celebrity. Over the next several years,
I'm
he
surprised.
had plans to make a
Wow.
second bound over the falls, but it never came to be.
Why?
Why? Well, because in 1926, he went and slipped on a dang orange peel, snapping his
What?
leg in half, which went and got infected with gangrene, ultimately
Oh!
killing him a few days later.
What? Whoa.
Remember
That's
that death always
crazy.
gets the last laugh.
So he did all these insane stunts, and then he just dies because he slips on something. That's insane.
Yeah, he survived going over Niagara Falls, but died from slipping on an orange peel.
How was he
That's-
that lucky for that? I guess karma was like, you've been too lucky, bro. You've been testing fate too many goddamn times.
You tell him.
William Henry
Having
Harrison.
served the shortest
Why does that
presidential
name sound
term in United
familiar?
States
I don't
history,
know.
you know something must have gone down. Well, it was President William Henry Harrison's health bar.
The president,
The
that's why.
withering president had a pretty impressive career before assuming office. He
What'd he
enlisted in
do?
the U.S. Army in 1791 at the age of 18 and quickly
Okay.
rose to the
Yeah.
ranks, serving in the American Indian Wars, which sought to expand U.S. territory further west against native tribes. Which they did. Satisfied with his service, Harrison decided to retire from the military at 25 and toss his hat in the ring for a career in politics.
Okay.
Recognized for his leadership skills on the battlefield, then President Guy John Adams gave Harrison control over the territory of Indiana as governor, with the goal of expanding that territory for statehood eligibility. One consequence of this territorial expansion was the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811, which only further displaced natives from the area in order to allow more settlers to, well, settle.
That's a lot of canoes.
This success cemented Harrison's legacy
Yeah.
as Indiana would eventually become its own state in 1816. But leading military campaigns from afar, that's
game is
boring
he
as
playing?
shit. Harrison missed being in the middle of the
know.
action,
Looks like one of
so
those war
he came out
sims.
from his military retirement to fight in the War of 1812, serving as a major
Oh.
general for the U.S. Army against the smelly redcoats, who weren't too
Okay.
happy
They
seeing the
stink.
U.S.'s throbbing expansion. A bunch of people died, and the war ended in pretty much a stalemate.
Throbbing.
But the outcome solidified the U.S. as a world power, being able to at least defend itself from a foreign power. This really boosted national morale and pride.
I bet
and
it
with no
did.
restrictions put in place, the U.S. just kept on manifesting that destiny. In
Manifest
the coming
that
years.
destiny,
Now
baby.
back in a time of peace,
That's
and
right.
having successfully satisfied his war boner, Harrison fell back into politics, serving in the House of Representatives, the Senate, and eventually running for president. His opponent was 8th President Martin Van Buren, whose first term
I
experienced
have
an
never
economic
heard of that
depression
guy.
with the Panic of 1837. Of course, Van Buren was given the blame for the economic downturn, even though it began over a month before he was even in office.
Old.
The economy stagnated, unemployment rose, and the people were properly pissed. So it's no
I bet they
surprise
were.
that when seeking re-election, it was now Harrison who would be the favorite to win.
It's like new guy, new shiny guy.
Harrison won in a landslide, 234 electoral votes to Van Buren's 60. But that
Wow.
wouldn't matter in about
Holy
a month.
shit.
Elected in
Dang.
1841.
Wait,
at the
what,
age
in
of
a month?
68,
Wait, what?
Harrison was getting on in his years. Either a stubborn old goat or a complete idiot, he had the habit of being extremely underprepared for the weather. For example, he delivered his inaugural speech in the bitter cold and rain for 2 hours straight, with no overcoat or
What?
weather-appropriate clothes.
That's not a good
Chad.
idea.
Subject is the character.
What do you mean, Chad? That's stupid.
It's stupid, but, you know,
Gonna get pneumonia.
it is the old times. You are correct. Today, it would be seen as a Chad move. However, back then, fucking stupid, I guess. Because, you know, you could just die from getting a cold.
The idea of making it exclusively metallic, however well-intended, appears to me to be fraught with...
What's he saying? I can't fucking hear him.
Harrison continued
There
to
goes.
endure exposure to the elements over the next few weeks, eventually contracting a deadly case of pneumonia.
Oh,
Despite his
no.
doctors jacking him to the tits with drugs and relying on good old-fashioned bloodletting, Harrison died on April 4th, 1841, exactly one
Damn.
month after being elected.
His wife right there, like, you fucking idiot. Franz Reichelt.
When you were a kid, did you ever try jumping off of a sofa using a blanket as a makeshift parachute, but you failed to calculate if the
course.
blanket had the
I
proper
did,
coefficient
yeah.
of drag necessary to minimize your acceleration due to gravity, leaving you crashing to the floor in a possible concussion?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I did that. I did it into a glass table, and the glass shard went into my knee.
Yay!
Yay!
Just me?
Battle
Well,
scars.
take that scenario and scale it up to adult size. Except this is your blanket, and this is your couch.
Oh,
Meet
fuck.
Franz Reichelt, the mastermind behind the parachute suit prototype. An Austro-Hungarian tailor and inventor, Franz became hyper-fixated on developing a sort of wearable parachute. He had identified a gap in the market with the rise of humanity's
What's the
newest
gap?
invention, the powered aircraft. Seeing reports of pilots forced to launch themselves out of their airborne contraptions if things went south, Franz vowed to come up with a
Oh, that's not
solution
good.
to save lives. So we got to
Wait, did parachutes not exist? Like regular parachutes?
I mean, they didn't exist from the beginning. It had to be invented at some point.
So he was like one of the people that wanted to do it, huh?
work in 1910 with some initial designs, testing the prototypes by strapping them onto makeshift dummies and hucking them off of a 5-story ledge.
You know, that's
Surprisingly, the dummies managed to hit the
actually
ground
smart.
at less than fatal speeds. Not bad. But there was a
Nice.
problem. The prototype weighed 150 pounds.
Oh
No
my
No pilot's gonna lug all
god.
that extra weight onto an aircraft, even if it would potentially save their life. But Franz would not give up. After all, you have to fail many times before you succeed.
Right.
But it did help that there was also some monetary
looks like Mario.
encouragement. Turns out that France's Aeronautic Club held a parachute-esque design competition which offered a cash prize to the tune of 10,000 francs. Considering that the
Damn.
average wage of an unskilled French laborer at the time was only a few francs a day,
All right. That would set you up for a long time.
that prize was nothing to sneeze at. Over the next year, Reichelt was unable to replicate his initial success with any of the lighter redesigns. But to his logic, it wasn't a design problem, it was a height problem. Anyone who has even taken a basic physics course knows that
Right.
this is a bad idea. You fall exponentially faster the longer you're airborne thanks to
Yes.
acceleration due to gravity. But what's a bunch of stupid science
Yep.
shit gonna do to stop an avid inventor from fulfilling his dream and lining his pockets? Nothing. But the pavement will.
Oh no.
But Franz,
pavement
determined
will.
to test his designs from a higher height, pleaded with the Parisian prefecture of police to allow him to run an experiment from the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
Despite numerous rejections, they eventually gave in. On the bitter cold morning of
Okay.
February 4th, 1912, and to the surprise of everyone, Franz arrived on site in his dumpy-looking parachute suit. Now, the police only gave Franz permission to
Oh my
perform
God, they
the stunt
filmed
on
it.
the grounds that dummies would be used. Not that he would be doing the jumping himself. This guy was
Oh,
so confident
no.
in his invention, boasting to
Yeah.
news journalists of how successful it was going to be. But apparently the police didn't feel like stopping him, so after a bunch of preparations,
Bro.
Reichelt made the leap. But his parachute suit failed to properly deploy, so the poor fellow plummeted 187 feet to his death, achieving nothing but a Franz-shaped
Not
dent
the
in
Yamcha
cement.
pose.
Yamcha's big Yamcha.
I'm gonna be making a part 2 to this sometime
Oh.
That
soon.
one wasn't a
Subscribe to
funny
see that in
death
the
at
near
all.
future. In the meantime, I think you're gonna like this video here.
You should go check out it's chat history. You should go check out chat history. Go look at his videos. Go like this video. It was very good. I liked it a lot. There were some silly deaths in here. There was also some really fucked up ones. Like the fucking
Yeah.
the guy who went splat. If you like this video and you want us to react to more stuff from this guy, let us know in the comments down below. Like the video and subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.